I've been writing software professionally for over 18 years, but I started before that as a kid. A friend of mine had a Commodore 64 and some magazines that taught you how to program it, and it was like something out of the movies. I could write code and watch it execute. For me, it became a very enjoyable creative outlet. I've worked for a lot of very different companies. I got my start in the U.S. Air Force, and since then I've worked for big and small companies, technical and non-technical. For the last 6 years, I've been working as a freelance software developer. Before Rails and web application frameworks in general, writing a web application was tedious and error-prone, mostly because you had to write the same things over and over again. And there weren't any best practices to follow. Rails changed that by introducing some very good conventions and then gave you the tools to benefit from those conventions. Rails is being used all over the place. Companies like Hulu and Groupon are using it in their customer-facing applications, and companies like Apple and Amazon are using it internally. I'm very passionate about the Ruby programming language, and I recommend that new programmers learn Ruby. And since Rails is written in Ruby, it's a natural choice for web application development. Ruby itself is a great language for beginners because it's modern, consistent, and elegant. That makes it a lot easier to learn than other languages. A lot of mobile applications don't do the heavy lifting themselves, but rely on an application running out on the cloud. Rails makes it just as easy to provide services to mobile applications as it does to web browsers. During my career, I've been a hiring manager several times, and I've interviewed a lot of software developers. It's very important to me that DaVinci Coders students have the skills necessary to do well in the industry, as well as interviewing. Here at DaVinci Coders, students spend a lot of time building experiences and writing code. And when they go into the interviewing process, they take those experiences with them, as well as a portfolio of the code they've written. Once you know how to use Rails to write web applications, there are a lot of places you can take that knowledge. If you're an entrepreneur, you can take the skills you've learned and bring your ideas to reality. If you're looking to work in the software industry, you'll be well positioned to market yourself as a junior software developer. And there are a lot of possibilities in between the two, such as freelancing.